If so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, a run with Mostert, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Now Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Garyon Conley. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. There'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
They find some open field here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Lance looking to throw it. They'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you, you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Back to Taylor on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Touchdown, Colts! Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't...
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 39. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Kaepernick now on first down. And that's caught by the tight end, Branson. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now Kaepernick will keep it. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end.
Touchdown! That's caught. Michael Pittman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Lance now on first down. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Dancing to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
There he goes left side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Lance now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Lance. And Gordon's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Shotgun now for Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7,
Lance getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Looking deep for Hilton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. The toss here completed to Pittman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a give to Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The fullback dive held up short. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Trying to improvise. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, as we get ready for... Third down. Let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive. That threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run here with Mostert. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the 27, Lance. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hines.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
A second broken tackle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 9 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Gets around him. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Lance now on first down. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Lance going to throw.
Gets it to Gordon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Throwing now is Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Play action. Now it's Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
140 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick.
He's got Granson, his tight end.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on them.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And he he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Switch up, switch up.
On 1st down, Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Here's Lance.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, right over there,
From the gun, it's Lance.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as